Alright, so let's start the cast now. This will be Team Acer versus BX3 in the group stage of ESL Competition Premiership 11. And let's just take a quick look at the rankings as they stand. And we see that Dignitas and BX3 are at 4 points. And we have Acer at 3rd place with 3 points. And then Druids with 3 points. DAC-SP also with 3 points at 5th place, and then Fun Team at 6th place with 0 points, and also Rule Them All at 0 points at last place. And Dignitas and BX3 actually tied last week, so that was a pretty interesting result. And now Acer will play against BX3, and the Acer has one less map played. That's why they are at 3 points only. They won their first match. So yeah, let's take it in game. We're gonna start with the 1 versus 1, and it's gonna be Koons versus Horeni on this 1 versus 1, and it's gonna be played on ESL Sublime by LA King 619. The Denimania record on this map is 59:48 by Acer Beppo. And yeah, let's go through the rules of this tournament as well. So the way it works is that you play 4 sub-matches in one match. So you play a 1 versus 1, which is what we're starting with, and then 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, and 5 versus 5. And these sub-matches are worth different points. So the 1 versus 1 and the 2 versus 2 are worth 1 point each, and the 3 versus 3 and 5 versus 5 are worth 2 points each. So if you win all the maps, the score will be 6-0. And you play to 7 on all the maps, so that's the point limit. And I believe tennis mode is in effect in the group stage as well. Tennis mode means that if the score is 6-6, then you need to win with 2 points. Also, I should mention that on the 2 versus 2 you only play to 5, because that one can have a lot of draws in it, so it's potentially the longest sub-match. Alright, so map is restarted, and we will start the 1 versus 1 now. Koons versus Horeni. Alright, here we go. See if I can find the hotkeys for the players. Oh, alright, I got it. Alright, first round on the 1 versus 1. Koons versus Horeni. Horeni with a slight lead in the start. Koons taking a very wide line here, trying to build up speed. It seems like it worked. He will pass Horeni. And Horeni is 1500s behind right now, 900s, 800s now, catching up a little. But Koons with a lot of speed in that turn, so he gets a bit of a lead here. 1200s ahead of Horeni right now. Horeni with a bit more speed, so he catches up. But still, Koons is in a lead. Horeni trying to risk it to come back here. Oh, that was a pretty nice turn by Horeni, and he will catch up a lot to Koons. Only 100 between them, and Horeni will pass Koons as well just before the finish. Horeni takes the first round with 300s ahead of Koons. Koons had that round for a long time, but then Horeni came back strongly in the end and took the first round. 1-0, or 0-1 I should say. Second round. Oh, Koons crashes. Koons with an early mistake, and now Horeni can save this round. Should be aware of his opponent, and can just drive safely into the finish. Koons 2 seconds behind right now. Catching up a bit, that's a sign that Horeni is driving safely, but he's still very far behind. Horeni, who's looking to get a 2-point lead on the 1 versus 1. Not much Koons can do. Ooh, mistake from Horeni. He clips the wall, but it's not gonna matter too much. He drives into the finish, 59.70. Very safe time. Well, actually not very safe. That was a pretty decent time. So I guess he wasn't safing that much. I thought he would drive much safer than that, but maybe he's one of those players that don't play with overlay, so they don't see the checkpoints. But I think you should always check the checkpoints during driving. Alright, the third round now. Horeni with a lead. Koons, you can see here, he tries to build up more speed, so a bit of a different line by Koons. Went a bit too wide in that turn. Horeni with a 1300 lead, but Koons catching up a bit here. See if he can get a lot of speed in this turn. Seems like it's a pretty important one. The long stretch afterwards. Koons trying to build up speed, very close to the wall. He's still in it, but he's 1100s behind Horeni right now, and it's not much left of the map. Koons trying to make something here, but right now it looks like Horeni will take a third round, but Koons with a lot more speed just before the finish. Oh, but Koons clips the wall, and Horeni will take the round. It looked like Koons would take that round, but then unfortunately he crashed. I'm not sure if he would have taken it actually, but it would have been close. And Horeni goes up to a 3-point lead in the 1 versus 1. And Koons not the start he wanted at all. This time Horeni is the one that gets a lot of speed in that turn. Koons again very wide. But he gets a lot of speed here. Seems like Horeni comes back and keeps himself at first. And he got more speed in this turn as well. So extending his lead. Some different lines in this turn. Koons trying to build up speed, but it's not the easiest task. And Horeni is getting a big lead, 2100s ahead now, and only a couple of turns left. And Horeni takes the round, 59.77 by Horeni and 59.85 by Koons. A good race. But Horeni is just a bit faster right now, and he is in the lead with 4 points. And Koons needs to wake up now. This sub-match is slipping out of his hands. Ooh, a Ramstein for Koons, but not a big deal. He keeps himself as first. Let's see if he can keep this lead. Equal speed for both players. And Koons made that turn a bit better, so he extends his lead. And Horeni gets a no drift. You can't see the drifts in this game, but that's a no drift. And that will cost Horeni a lot of time. And Koons should be able to save this round now. He's driving very fast. He's only 1400s behind the Dedimania record by his teammate Beppo. Coming up to the ending here. Koons looking to take his first point. And he brings the score to 1-4. Still behind with 3 points. And he needs to keep playing as good as he did in that round. 59.82 is Koons' best time so far, but Horeni's best time is 59.70. So let's see here if Koons can come back. Not the great start he wanted. Horeni takes a small lead, but only with 300s. And he comes back in this turn. Gets a bit more speed. And Horeni drops down. 700s behind Koons. 1000s now. Koons with a good middle section of the map. Horeni trying to attack. But Koons with a better line, so he will build up more speed. Oh, Kuhn's getting very wide and he had to adjust his line a lot, and Hureni can come back with a lot more speed. Now Kuhn's is behind and he needs to risk it. Can he come back? Oh, but Kuhn's gets a no drift. It was his turn now, and it comes at a very bad place just before the finish. And Hureni sets a pretty nice time, 59.87, and now the score is 1-5 in favor of Hureni. He needs to win 2 more rounds to win the 1 versus 1 for his team and bring the total score to 1-0 in favor of BX3. Oh, bad start by Kuhn's again. Or should I say a good start by Hureni. He's driving equally with the Dedimania time the first time. Kuhn's catching up a bit, but Hureni is still in the lead. Anything can happen though. And Kuhn's comes back and brings himself to first. Hureni driving over the Ramstein, so we got a tighter line in that turn. It's pretty risky, but it's definitely makes you go faster. This is very close. Hureni again taking first just before the finish. 2 turns left. No drift by Kuhn's, but it seems like Hureni got more speed. Let's see. Hureni takes the round again. Better speed in the last drift. Sets a time of 59.82. 500s ahead of Kuhn's. And that was a very good round. Now Kuhn's needs to win 6 rounds in a row. Let's see if he can do it. It can happen, but the way Hureni has played so far makes it seem very unlikely. But you never know. Right now Kuhn's is in the lead, but then he takes a bad turn and also gets a bit of a bump from the Ramstein and drops down currently 20 hundredths behind Hureni. Looked like Hureni would crash in that turn, but he stays in the race. Oh, nice turn by Kuhn's. He catches up a lot. Only 300s behind now. Kuhn's trying to desperately stay in the match, and he will pass Hureni. Let's see if he can keep himself ahead of him to the finish as well. It looks like that. Kuhn's will take a round. Ooh, Kuhn's with a small mistake just before the finish, but he still keeps himself in front of Hureni with 300s. 59.88 by Kuhn's, 59.91 by Hureni. And the score is 2-6. Kuhn's still in the match. But he got a long way ahead of him. Oh, Kuhn's with a Ramstein bump. And now Hureni got a golden opportunity to close out the 1 versus 1. Kuhn's needs to rely on a mistake now from Hureni. And let's see if that will happen. All eyes on Hureni. Driving very fast right now. He's ahead of Dedimania top 1 time with 100. Let's see if it is in the next checkpoint. No, 800s behind now, but still driving very fast. And Kuhn's not much he can do with that early mistake. Cost him a lot. Hureni is looking to close out the first sub-match, and he does that by setting a very nice time, 59.65 by Hureni. Great time, and he takes the first sub-match with a score of 2-7. And next up will be the 2 versus 2, and I'll take a little break before that. Alright, so instead of 2 versus 2 we will play the 3 versus 3 instead, since BX3 was missing their 2 versus 2 player, Artie Show. So instead 3 versus 3. So the lineups will be for Acer, Royal, Epic and Beppo. And for BX3 we have Zero, Horeni and Neo. And it will be played on the ESL Country Championship map, ESL Over and Over by Nevermind19. And the Dedimania record here is by Acer Poker 5723. Alright, here we go. And also this sub-match is worth 2 points in contrast to the 1 versus 1. Seems like Neo dropped down a bit. No, he comes back. Currently Epic is last. Here he is. Beppo is first, just ahead of Zero. Neo drops down so Epic can pass him. And very close right now. Horeni looking to pass Royal, but Royal still keeps him in front. Oh, Neo passes Epic, but I think, yeah, Epic got more speed, but Beppo drops down from first to last for Acer, and that's not good, of course. Zero is right now first for BX3, followed by Royal, and then Epic and Horeni are very close. Horeni gets a Ramstein, and Epic and Royal can pass Horeni, but it doesn't matter actually. BX3 will still win the round, thanks to Zero taking first with a time of 57.62. And BX3 won that round with 1 point. 10 points for Acer, 11 for BX3. And they are in the lead, 0-1. And here's Neo dropping down to last. Very good turn by Neo in that moment. Here's Beppo, who's last now. He was first in the last round, but then dropped down late. Horeni clips the wall, and Horeni goes down to last. Right now we have Epic at first, followed by Zero and then Royal. And Beppo comes forward as well. And currently he is second now. Oh, but Zero with a mistake. And right now we have top 3 Acer. Let's see if they can keep it to the finish. Oh, Beppo crashes into the checkpoint roof. And allows Neo and... no, only Neo actually. Zero made a big mistake and drops down to last place. And this round will go to Acer. Epic takes first, 57.57. Royal second, 57.62. So pretty good times by those. And it's tied up, 1-1. Also I should mention that tennis mode is only in effect in the 3 versus 3 and 5 versus 5. Oh, Zero dropping down for BX3. I don't have his hotkey, unfortunately. But he's right now last. Beppo also dropping down a bit. Zero is 74 hundredths behind first place, so he must have made an additional mistake. Beppo passes Horeni. Nice turn by Beppo. But I don't think he will get a lot of speed here. Seems like Horeni will catch up again. Neo with a bit of a lead right now. 11 hundredths ahead of Epic. Oh, let's see here. This is very close. Neo is looking to take first. And Royal, unfortunately, with a mistake for Acer at the end there. Not sure if it would have mattered, since Neo and Horeni was looking to take first and second. And the round goes to BX3. Score is 1-2. Seems like Neo drops down again. He doesn't have the best start. Oh, Beppo! The big mistake. There he is. Big mistake. But Royal and Epic, his teammates, are first and second. Epic is barely ahead of Zero and Horeni. If they can keep that top 1 and top 2 into the finish, then the round will go to Acer. Currently it looks good. Neo drops down further. Horeni and Zero trying to hunt down Epic and Royal. Zero with quite a lot of speed. He will pass Royal, but Royal comes back. And with only one turn left. Oh my god, Epic with a Ramstein bug. And that will allow Horeni and Zero to pass him, unfortunately. And because of that, BX3 will take this round as well. They are currently at a 2-point lead. And Acer needs to start driving better now. If they also lose this sub match, then they can only get a draw by winning the 2 vs 2 and 5 vs 5. Horeni makes an early mistake for BX3. But also Royal does it for Acer. So let's see if Horeni can catch up. Horeni, Royal still keeps him in front, but Beppo also drops down for Acer, leaving only Epic at the front here. But he's behind Zero and Neo, so right now it looks good for BX3. If Epic can get first, then that would be great, of course. And right now he is first. Nice turn by Epic. Horeni is still last. Beppo is far behind both Neo and Zero, and same for Royal. Right now Epic looking to take first. Epic will take first for Acer, but will it be enough? It will be enough. Royal and Beppo finishing 4th and 5th place, and they will win with 1 point. So last round they lost with 1 point, but now they will win with 1 point. 11 points to 10. And the score is 2-3. So Beppo dropping down to last. He's not had the best match so far. He's currently last with only 10 points collected. So he needs to start driving better. Not right now, all 3 Acer players are behind the 3 BX3 players. So looks like a BX3 round right now. Zero currently first. Oh, Royal drops down, and this looks very good for BX3 with only a few turns left. But Neo drops down. So let's see here. Zero will take first, 57-51, followed by Horeni 57-75, then Epic 57-88, and it's just not enough for Acer. BX3 takes yet another round, and again with a 2-point lead. So they are definitely in the command of the match right now. Acer needs to step it up. Better start for Beppo this time. But Horeni is currently first. No mistake from any player. Ooh, but just as I say that, Neo drops down to last place, far behind the rest. This is very close. Oh, Beppo with a mistake! Yet again a mistake from Beppo. And Neo will pass Beppo as well. Now Epic and Royal needs to get good positions here. Can they pass Horeni? Epic with better speed, but Zero comes back and passes Royal, but then Royal comes back! What a close round. Epic takes first, 57-57, followed by Horeni 57-62, the same time as Royal, but Horeni gets 1 point more. And then Zero is 200 behind Royal. What a close round between those 4 players. But the round will go to Acer. 12 points for Acer, 9 for BX3. And seems like Horeni dropped down in the round. Currently the score is 3-4. And Horeni with yet another mistake, so will drop down further. Currently 1 second behind first place. And that first place is currently occupied by Beppo. But he's made some late mistakes. Let's see if he can keep himself intact this time. Oh, Zero and Neo both passes Royal. Beppo. And if they can get first and second, then surely the round will go to BX3. Beppo with a pretty nice time, but he makes a mistake yet again. The exact same mistake as Zero. But Beppo with a bit more speed, so Beppo will keep himself in front of Zero. Right now we have Neo at front, first place, followed by Royal, Epic and Beppo. So this will go to Acer. Neo takes first with a pretty nice time of 57.50. But then 3 Acer players are behind him. And it's tied up now, 4-4. It looked like BX3 would run away with it at 2-4. But 2 quick rounds to Acer and it's all tied up. And it's anyone's game. Beppo with some very big mistakes. He's can't even remember last time he didn't make a mistake. And Epic dropping down to last place for Acer. But Beppo with a mistake. Again a mistake from Beppo. Right now Neo is just ahead of Royal for first. Neo with better speed, so he extends his lead as well. Oreni not doing too bad either. He will pass Royal as well. Right now top 2 BX3. And this round should go to BX3. Ooh, very close to the wall by Neo. He almost crashed but still keeps himself alive. Oreni will pass and take first. And Neo will keep himself in front of Royal. And the round will go to BX3. And they are again in the lead 4-5. Alright, here we go, the 10th round of the 3 versus 3. Still the potential for a tennis mode to kick in. We'll see if that happens. Not a good turn by Beppo. Allows a lot of players to pass him. Can he come back? It's currently last, but no big mistake from any of the players so far. But BX3 with a slight advantage. Neo is first right now, but then Zero with a mistake. Drives into the wall, comes to a complete stop. But if Neo and Horeni can get top 2, I think the round will still go to BX3. So let's see if Beppo can stay in front of Horeni. Oh, let's see here. Royal gets more speed as well. It looks like, yes, Beppo and Royal will be ahead of Horeni, and that should be enough for Acer to take this round. But where's Epic? Where's Epic? Epic with a big mistake, and he won't even be able to finish the round, and because of that the round goes to BX3 instead. That was very unfortunate. The round should have gone to Acer had only Epic managed to finish, but instead we have map point for BX3 at 4-6. And now Acer can't lose any more rounds. Let's see if they can force tennis mode, but then Royal makes an early mistake and this looks very grim for Acer right now. They need to win 2 rounds in a row to force tennis mode, but it doesn't look too good right now. Beppo at first, followed by Neo. So if Epic can pass Neo for second place, then... Oh, Neo with a mistake! And currently Acer got top 2. Zero is not far behind of Epic, so we'll see. It's still not decided here, but right now this round should go to Acer and they will keep themselves in the match. No mistakes at the end. Zero with better speed than Epic. Oh, Zero coming back and he will pass Epic. And let's see here. Oh, still the round goes to Acer. Zero will pass Epic with 100, but the round still goes to Acer with 1 point. 11 points for Acer and 10 for BX3. And Acer are still in the match at 5-6. One more round to force tennis mode, which means you have to win with 2 points. Royal with a mistake last round and he doesn't get a good start again. Currently last. Gets good speed, so he might pass Zero. Royal looking to pass Zero. At the front we have Horeni currently first, followed by Neo, Epic and Beppo. Royal comes back with a lot of speed in this turn. But not the best turn afterwards. Zero comes back and passes Royal again. This is very close. Koreni currently first. Oh, bad turn by Beppo. Oh, and Epic makes a mistake. And right now, BX3 will take this 3 versus 3, and Beppo also makes a mistake. And this will for sure go to BX3, and Royal also makes a mistake. So, an ace round for BX3. And they take home the 3 versus 3 as well with a score of 5-7. So now Acer needs to win the 2 last sub matches to force the draw. Let's see if they can do that. 2 versus 2 should be next in just a little while. Alright, so the 5 versus 5 will be played now instead of the 2 versus 2, as the 2 versus 2 player for BX3 still hasn't shown up, so we'll play the 5 versus 5 before that. Let's restart. Let's go. So yeah, this sub match is also worth 2 points, and also tennis mode is in effect here. And Acer needs to win the remaining sub matches if they want to force a draw in a total score. So let's see if they can do it. The lineups are for Acer, Royal, Beppo, Gooks, Koons and Poker. And for BX3, Sneak, Jon, Loic, Solid and Flyer. And we're playing on ESL Karilokos by 3 Fast. And the Dedimania record here is 57-26 by Acer Beppo. First round. And Koons with an early mistake. Drops down for Acer. So not a good start. Someone from BX3 made a mistake. Let's see in the next checkpoint who it was. I think it was Solid actually. Yeah, Solid on his back. And of course respawn is not allowed in this tournament, so he won't be able to finish this round and won't collect any points. At front it's a close battle between Loic, Poker and Beppo. Beppo with a Ramstein bump and he drops down. Loic first and then Flyer comes back and whoa! Both Flyer and Loic makes a mistake just before the finish and allows Poker Royal and Beppo to pass. A double mistake by Loic and Flyer there. They were looking to get top 2, but instead they dropped down and Flyer even retired. And Loic got 7th place. So the round goes to Acer. And score is 0-1. Or 1-0 rather. Second round. Beppo with a good start. Ooh, close to the wall, but stays in it. Here's Koons in the middle of the pack. But oh, Koons with a mistake and Jon as well with a mistake. In the same turn. Royal and Gooks behind the rest of the players. Beppo and Poker are still up for Acer, but Flyer, Sneak and Loic are doing good for BX3. And with only a few turns left, and Beppo makes a mistake again. And he drops down. Poker might take first. No, Sneak beats him with 200s. This round will for sure go to BX3. And ties up the score, 1-1. And the total score is 0-3 in favor of BX3. So Acer needs to win both these remaining sub-matches. The 5 versus 5 and the 2 versus 2. First they need to win the 5 versus 5. It seems like BX3 are well prepared on this map as well, so certainly won't be an easy task. But let's see. Currently we have Sneak at first, followed by Gooks. Beppo with yet another mistake. This is clearly not Beppo's day. Didn't drive very good in 3 versus 3, and now he's made a couple of mistakes already. Poker is first for Acer. I think he will get more speed than Sneak. It's a close battle though between these two players. Some different lines. Poker with more speed, but this turn is very important. Seems like Poker did it a bit better. Oh, so close. Poker will take it 57-68, but it's not enough. Sneak and Jon take 2nd and 3rd, and Flyer take 5th place. And BX3 will win the round, and they are in the lead, 1-2. And not looking good for Acer right now. And Poker crashes in the start, drives into the checkpoint. He's currently the one with the most points in this sub-match, 29 points, but should be beaten now. Royal also with a mistake, so 2 Acer players at the bottom. Acer at the front with Beppo, doing pretty well, but then makes... oh, I would say he would make another mistake, but actually he did survive that, so still in it, but do allow Sneak and Luke to pass him. But then he comes back here, and Koons is also doing pretty well. If you can pass Sneak for second, that would be great for Acer. Gooks is doing decently as well. He's advancing in the field. Oh, let's see. Luik will pass Koons, and maybe Solid as well. Sneak takes first, 57-64, and then Luik will pass Beppo, who makes a late mistake. And again the round will go to Acer. As BX3 are at a 2-point lead, so this looks very similar to the 3 versus 3. BX3 in the command. And Acer needs to drive better. Only Poker is driving decently for Acer right now. Beppo, Koons, Gooks and Royal are not doing too good. Royal again drops down. Beppo has made a couple of mistakes here. This time he managed to go through it in one piece. Looks somewhat decent for Acer right now, as we have Beppo, Poker and Koons doing well. Currently top 3, with Royal at the bottom. See if they can keep this to the finish. Looks pretty solid, but hard last turns here. And they make it. Top 3 for Acer, nice round. First Beppo 57-64, then Koons 57-66 and Poker 57-69. So a good race by Acer, as they bring the score to 2-3. And the 6th round will start now. Royal with 2 mistakes in a row. See if he can do better now. It's currently in the middle of the pack. Sneak also in the middle of the pack. Koons drops down. Oh, but John with a mistake for BX3, so he drops down to last now. But at the front, Flyer, Solid, Luik and Sneak are doing good for BX3. Only Beppo is ahead of them. So the Acer players need to drive a good finish now. And preferably if Beppo can take first, that would be great too for Acer. Let's see here. Beppo currently first. Oh, so close. Will it take first? He will take first, 57-46, but then 4 BX3 players are following. Sneak 57-60, Flyer 61, Luik 63 and Solid 72. A very good round by BX3. Only John drops down. And doesn't look too good for Acer right now. 2 points behind, 2-4. And a bad start for Beppo. Right now BX3 are driving very good. Koons also dropping down, together with Royal. Gooks with a slight Ramstein bug. So he also loses a bit of speed, and Poker makes a big mistake and drops out of the track even. So the best player for Acer on this map won't even be able to finish. Right now 5 BX3 players are looking to take the 5 first positions. Sneak at first. Royal will pass John, I believe, who makes a mistake. Royal with a good ending takes third, but it's just not enough. Sneak takes first, 57-60, Solid second, 57-65. Flyer takes fourth, 57-84, and Luik with the same time. So again, a very good round by BX3. And Acer are looking to lose this match. Needs to start driving better now. Beppo at first with a good start. He does have the Dedimania record here, so he can drive it fast, but he has not been consistent. Made a lot of mistakes. Ooh, and that was an awkward line by Beppo, so he will lose time and drops down. Poker currently first, having a close battle with Sneak. Koons advancing here as well, driving pretty good, but then Flyer will pass him. This looks like a very close round. Gooks also doing pretty decently for Acer. Royal is not, however. Luik will pass Royal as well. Oh, and Koons with a mistake. And let's see here. Yes, the round will go to BX3 again. Sneak takes first, 57-61. Another very good time by Sneak, who leads the total score here with 61 points. And doing very well. Poker takes second. He drives good, but his teammates are just not there for him. Flyer and Solid also driving under 58. And BX3 are at match point now at 2-6. And I think they will take this. Acer are not looking like they can drive much better. Royal again with mistake. And so far no mistakes from BX3. Ooh, very wide by Beppo. Poker gets a lot of speed in that turn, so he advances to the top. Takes even first maybe, but Beppo again clips the wall and drops down to 9th place. Koons, Beppo and Royal are at the bottom right now. Does not look good. Sneak here is definitely the player of the map with 71 points in total, almost 20 points ahead of second place. Poker takes first, 57-55. Gooks takes third as well, which is good, but it's just not enough. And BX3 wins this match with a score of... well, actually, we will play the 2 versus 2 as well. But they do win the match already at 5-0, the current score. So we'll play the 2 versus 2 as well in just a little while. Alright, so we will play the last sub match as well, the 2 versus 2. BX3 has already won the match with as they won the 1 versus 1, the 3 versus 3 and the 5 versus 5. And pretty dominating actually as well. The 3 versus 3 was close, they only won that one with 5-7. But dominated 1 versus 1 and 5 versus 5. And now we will play the 2 versus 2, which is pretty special. You play to 5 points instead, because there can be a lot of draws in it. And the lineups are for Acer, Poker and Royal, and for BX3, Sneak and Neo. And currently a good start for BX3, as Neo is first. But Sneak drops down to last. So right now this would be a draw if this is the standings in the finish as well. See if Royal and Poker can catch up to Neo. Poker is the closest one. Trying to build up speed. But Neo still keeps himself in front. And did Royal make a mistake? Sneak is still behind. So right now this will be a draw. Ooh, Poker very close to Neo there, but then Neo got a lot more speed, and Neo will take first, 59-63. And since Poker and Royal got second and third, this will be a draw. And the score is still 0-0. Second round. Oh, Neo with the mistake. Crashing and drops down to last. Now it's up to Sneak to take first to force the draw. But he makes a small mistake. And right now Poker got a pretty good lead. Sneak with a lot more speed over Royal. But he still needs to pass Poker as well. And right now looks like Poker needs to make a mistake. Here's Neo, he's very far behind. I don't have Sneak's hotkey, but you can see him here. He's 32 hundredths behind Poker right now. So Poker should be able to take first. And Royal actually will pass Sneak for second place. So it looks like Acer will take this round. Poker takes first, 59-76. And then Royal passes Sneak before the finish. The score is 1-0. And of course, in the group stage, every sub-match does count into the total, so it's still important that Acer gives their best here, so to try to win the 2 versus 2. And Sneak with the mistake. So again, looks good for Acer. Oh, but Sneak, Neo advances to first place with a nice drift. Royal with a bad drift. So he loses a lot of speed, and right now it's a battle between Neo and Poker. If Neo takes first, this will be a draw. If Poker takes first, Acer will take the point. As Sneak is almost 7 seconds behind now. Right now Neo is doing pretty well. Poker going extremely wide, had to drive over the Ramstein. So very risky, but he comes back and now he is ahead of Neo. And so close to the wall, but Poker will get a lot of speed and take first place, 59-69 by Poker. And Royal finish third place. The round goes to Acer. 2-0 is the score. And needs to win 3 more rounds to take home the sub-match. Sneak with a better start this time. Currently first ahead of Poker. But then Poker with a better turn. And Poker will try to build up speed, so he will take first again. Royal doing pretty good as well. Will pass Neo for second. But this is pretty close. All 4 players are still doing good. Here's Sneak. We'll pass Poker for first, perhaps. We'll see after this turn. Ah, good speed by Sneak, but also by Poker, so this is very close. Right now it looks like it will be around for Acer, but then Royal with a mistake, so Neo will pass him, Royal with yet another mistake. But if Poker can take first, he will force the draw, and it looks like he will do that. 59.62 by Poker, a very good time. And Sneak will finish last again. And Acer got a 3-point lead now. Fifth round. Good start for BX3. Both Neo and Sneak are... Oh, but then Neo with a mistake. Here's Neo dropping down to last. Sneak is first. Neo almost 2 seconds behind now. It's a close battle between Poker and Sneak. But Sneak makes a mistake and Royal can pass him. And right now looks like Acer will go up to a 4-0 lead. Ooh, Poker with a big mistake. I wonder if Sneak might pass him. Poker still with a pretty good lead, so should take second place. Royal takes first and Poker second. And score is 4-0. And just need to win one more round. See if BX3 can come back. Sneak has not been playing that well on this map. I think he isn't that trained on it actually. But at the same time I believe Royal is also not that trained on it. So I guess it's pretty even that way. Right now Sneak is doing well, currently first, while his teammate Neo has is on his back, so he won't even be able to finish. So now it doesn't even matter if Sneak gets first. This round should go to Acer, unless of course either Poker or Royal makes a similar mistake and won't be able to finish. But right now this looks good for Acer, although they will not win the match in total. BX3 will win with a score of 1-5. Acer managing to win only the 2 versus 2. Sneak will take first, but won't matter. GG. So BX3 takes this, as mentioned, 1-5. First on the 1 versus 1, which they won. Oreni played very well on that one. Then 3 versus 3 was close, but BX3 won with 5-7. And then they were better on the 5 versus 5, winning, I think it was 2-7 or something like that. And then Acer was able to win one sub match, the 2 versus 2, with a score of 5-0.